Alright everyone, information has been revealed. Some of it of course confirms my analysis, and then some of it debunks it, also uses, since we utterly have zero clues to go by. Last week I explained how it could possibly be Licht's half soul turning into a demon, because the narrative could point to that direction and it made logical sense. I mean, a lot of you agreed with me last week. How, Sway, are we meant to explain how the demon got inside the grimoire if Nero was said to be protecting the 5-leaf clover for 500 years? Now, phoning my friend Tabata up, I was like, yo, you did me dirty, man. What exactly is going on? I thought Licht became the devil. His response was exactly like this. Does this mean that half of Licht's soul became the demon inside Asta's grimoire, which...
Yo, that shit was fucking hilarious, bro.
Obviously, there is a lot of open-ended questions in Black Clover, and I hope Tabata, the creator, gets around to giving us the answers to help avoid plot convenience or plot holes per se. But in this Black Clover chapter, we see a lot of truths be revealed. Sekri, also known as Nero, comes to Licht and explains that his soul is inside the body, but he has not woken up due to the after effects of using forbidden magic. However, due to the First Wizard King training her limits to become even better, her sealing magic can now unlock any seal. An interesting thing to note from this panel, however, is the similarity between the First Wizard King and Asta in terms of personality and the way that they are depicted. As I said last week, Asta's relationship with Noelle parallels Sekri and Lumiere. She explains how he thinks as to what can be done to make everything better, and that he is a very positive person that influenced her. Asta also did this for Noelle, in which he praises her magic, and Asta has also inspired the whole of the Black Bulls to be the best that they can be and made the clan top 3 rated in the whole world within a year. Tabata has been showcasing a lot of parallels between Asta and the First Wizard King, not only in ideology but also in their appearance. Side by side, these two look like they are related. This created the speculation that Asta must be the descendant of the First Wizard King of some sort, or maybe his nephew by the fans. Now this can still be the case because in my previous theory video, which you can check out, we explained why there could be a reason why Asta has no mana. The reason is that Yuno is Licht and Tetia's unborn child confirmed, which was reincarnated after the devil casted the magic. Their child was originally going to be born after the marriage and was going to be half elf and half human. Asta, however, could also be linked to Tetia because she could have been pregnant with fraternal twins. Fraternal meaning 2 different eggs fertilized by 2 different sperm cells by Licht.
Give your meat a good old rub.
This would perfectly explain why Asta and Yuno look different and were also the same age and also left at the same time at the orphanage, which is located near the original elf tribe location. This is where Licht and Tetia were going to get married. It can be argued that birth defects must have a reason, especially in anime, where the story must be explained. One of those answers could be because 2 races collided, which caused Asta to have no mana when he was reincarnated. And since Asta has no mana, no wonder the devil in the grimoire says he is the closest person to Asta, since without him there is no way Asta would have any powers at all, let alone be able to become the Wizard King. However, to debunk this theory, we can mention the priest and even the witch queen stating that Asta isn't related to Licht or elves that she thought he was. There is no blood relation between them. The witch queen actually had a thought that Asta would be a descendant of Licht because Asta was able to wield his swords. She then went on to deny it, saying that Asta just happened to be someone who was able to control them due to having no magic. So even after the latest chapter with Licht and Lumiere being back, the biggest questions as a fan base that we have right now are the following. Number 1, who are Asta's parents? Number 2, who left Asta and Yuno at the orphanage? Was it Sister Lily? Number 3, how did the devil know Patri would reincarnate to look like Licht and receive the light grimoire? Number 4, how did the devil get inside Licht's grimoire that Asta has if Nero was protecting it for 500 years and the master devil does not know who this devil is and where he came from, but at the same time he calls him a comrade? Number 5, where is Tetia? Did she reincarnate too? Is she inside Mimosa? Is that why it was showcased when Mimosa was healing Raya, that they have similarities? Number 6, why didn't Licht's grimoire disappear when we were told that they do not exist anymore when the original owner dies, like Julius Novacrona against Patri? Licht 100% confirmed died, but it did not leave. This must mean that when a grimoire becomes a 5-leaf Black Clover, the owner relinquishes his ownership of the book. This is logical because the Master Demon took Patri's 4-leaf off him and uses it for himself like he owns it. Or, you know, wait a second, are we getting another plot twist? What if this Master Devil is so uber confident against all these enemies because a new demon spawns inside a 5-leaf clover and he still has something up his sleeve. This is why Asta's grimoire has one too. All in all, these questions 100% need to be answered in the future chapters, and I have faith Tabata has not forgotten about them. If question number 4 and 6 do not get answered in this arc, it is definitely going to create some plot hole convenience, and you know, the story doesn't really make 100% sense anymore overall. Also, I know some of you wanted my theory from last week to be true about the devil.
Say the line, Bart!
It's time to go balls deep. That's right, I got another theory for you guys. This is Anime Balls Deep. Who do you think I am? So another theory according to this chapter, there is speculation that what if Asta having no mana is because he himself is a magic tool. The first Wizard King and Nero were people that were creating tools that could benefit society. What if Asta is one of those tools that is sentient, so he can speak and has some thought? This is why Asta shares the ideology of Licht and himself, and it's also why Asta looks like Lumiere, because he based it on his own image. It's not like this plot twist is not possible, because the tool that Lumiere created beforehand that we saw, it was absolutely broken. It was a magic tool that absorbed all the elves' mana and the demon god on top of that, so who's to say he can't create something that is Asta himself? In this page of the chapter that we just read, for example, Lumiere reacts in a manner where he may already know who Asta and Yuno already are. Asta also has a feeling that Sakura feels familiar now that she is not Nero. Asta also said this about the Master Devil. Why is that? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Now, in this chapter, I'm not gonna lie, seeing Yuno and Elf Charlotte having this tender, saucy moment.
A little bit spicy. A little bit spicy.
Obviously, this is another sign of their relationship of the future. Charlotte is healing Yami's hand. Yami will 100% make fun of Charlotte when she returns to her normal state about this tender moment. Now, speaking of tender moments, oh my god! Are you guys gonna tell me you didn't cry? Licht reunited with his best friend. Oh my god, he said thank you. This was so lit. I love both these characters. Even though Licht has such little screen time, the things that we have been told about him and his development has still been awesome. Licht really is in my top 5 characters. I do care about him and what will happen to his tribe. Licht being back meets Patry. Now Patry is the one that caused the war and has killed many innocent people for revenge. Tabata really does a great job of showcasting the complexity of the situation because he addresses it. It's a very similar thing to what Itachi Uchiha did for his clan, for example, or where Pain says to Naruto that his revenge is justified due to the cycle of hatred. Patry was ignorant of the whole truth. The moral ambiguity to what he was doing is still there. In Patry's point of view, with the knowledge that he had, one could say 100% that he was actually doing justice. But on the other hand, we know the true cause of all the problems was done on purpose, and it was the devil. This is why what Licht says to Patry is absolutely fantastic. He acknowledges all these factors and says that the blade of justice should be pointed at the devil, not at humans. Now this was fantastic development because now we feel emotionally invested for everyone involved in this arc. We all hate the devil for a good reason, a common enemy. Now as I said before, Licht, Lumiere and Asta, they share the same ideology, and is showcased again with this speech. Asta ends up helping in battle with his anti-magic powers as I predicted. Asta is the answer to help end the war and the discrimination at the same time. Also, another thing to note is that Licht reveals he saw everything in his dormant state. He knows exactly on what is going on. Therefore, this finally answers the question on why did Licht not kill Asta and Yuno 50 chapters ago. Licht was half awoken and had PTSD, he attacked them and could have killed them on instinct, but since Licht was watching and he knows the truth about the devil, it makes a logical sense now why he did not kill them, on top of giving Asta a new sword that is more powerful and leaving on top of that. It also makes perfect sense why Licht says to Raya that that grimoire does not belong to me anymore and that Asta can keep it. Why would Licht want a grimoire that reminds him of what he did and the death of his tribe and wife? The last thing to talk about is what's mentioned on page 11. It states, so it seems they took some influence from that world. That world is mentioned twice, so Tabata is basically expanding the Black Clover universe and saying how there is more to explore, more magic that we have not seen. What is this world? Is this the world that the Master Devil is from? Who is there? Is there a Devil King? Are they all evil? What is their culture? All of these questions will arise from that other world. Anyways, overall that is everything I have to say. Follow me on Twitter or Instagram. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.